If you were to face an ancient Sith Lord in combat, you would learn that we are as children playing with toys compared to the prowess of the old masters.
I'm going to be teaching how to play Lightning Sorcerer. This is a pretty easy class to get into, just like the Juggernaut tanks and the Juggernaut class, and I would say like the Assassin. For all you new beginners, I will be giving a short demonstration on the power of the dark side.
I'm looking forward to completing your training. In time, you will call me Master.
So let us begin without hesitation. For my tactical, I am using Stormwatch. Lightning Flash applies Stormwatch to its target for the next 15 seconds. Whenever the target is taking damage from Affliction, Crushing Darkness, or Thundering Blast, the lightning bolt is called down upon their head. You know, for 2400 energy damage, right? So it basically, I'll give you a short demonstration. Have that Affliction, right? So basically you're gonna see this on top of their head, and that's very annoying. So yeah, as soon as this lightning's done, okay, it's done. No, is it done? Okay, all right, it's done. As for my relics, I am using Serendipitous Assault. Healing an ally or damaging an enemy has 30% chance to grant 3900 power for 6 seconds. This effect can only occur once every 20 seconds. And then also the Thracian Relic of Devastating Vengeance. Healing an ally, damage an enemy has a 30% chance. 3900 critical rating for 6 seconds. The effect can only occur once every 20 seconds. You can read up on those. As for my implants, I am using Unmatched Haste. The duration of Polarity Shift is increased by 5 seconds, and using Force Speed reduces the active cooldown of Polarity Shift by 5 seconds. Basically, Polarity Shift allows your abilities to reset faster, and that is going to help with your rotations in, when you're fighting in PvP. Gathering Storm Package is also the other one I use. Force Speed makes your next direct force attack deal 20% more damage, and force attacks deals 20% more damage with Polarity Shift when Polarity Shift is active. So yeah, Gathering Storm and Unmatched Haste are the implants you want to use. As for my details, I went with 10% Alacrity, so my abilities are faster to reset, because with Sorcerer you're gonna be kiting. You're not gonna want to be too close to the enemies, and you're gonna want to get in and out. If you're allowed to free cast, having a lot of Alacrity just in general is good to have. For my critical chance is 37.81, and all the other details are right here, which you can look at. I don't want to bore you with all all that. For my combat style, I am using Forbidden Knowledge. Dealing damage with Chain Lightning builds stacks for Forbidden Knowledge, increasing the healing done by Unnatural Preservation and reducing its cooldown. So Unnatural Preservation is something I use a lot. It's going to keep you up when you're being damaged, attacked.
I love you.
Liar! You're with him. You brought him here to kill me.
Will save your butt. Always saves mine. There is an ability that you do when this is instant. Basically, you can instantly cast it. That you can do along with these two, which gives you a big chunk of your health. But whenever this is off cooldown, Unnatural Preservation, I would always pop that. Just get your heals up. Make sure you're not just fucking letting yourself be drained of life. All right.
You have no power here.
Sorry for cussing. 27, I am using Cloud Mind. Wipes your enemy's thoughts, instantly lowering your threat by a moderate amount, increases your damage reduction by 25% for 6 seconds. So with Cloud Mind, this is gonna allow you to survive longer. So you have your static barrier, right, which is gonna give you insulation, and it's gonna you know, reduce your damage taken. If you pop a Cloud Mine, which is going to give you 25% damage reduction for 6 seconds, along with, I use it with a War Drone Adrenal. I don't know if people do this, but I do. That's another 15% for 15 seconds. So 25 with 15%, do the math, right? So yeah, a little trick I do. As for 39, I'm using Off Balance. Thundering Blast immobilize targets for 2 seconds. This can occur once every 9 seconds. So your Thundering Blast, you want to have your, you know, your target stationary, which, you know, that'll stop them cold dead in their tracks, where you're able to call upon the dark side of the Force to unleash hell and fury on their heads. Destroy their motivation to try to even destroy you, or, you know, you get it, right? And then for 43, I'm using Overcharge Barrier. Increases all healing received by 5%, increases damage absorbed by static barrier by 10%. So that's another thing. You want to, sorcerers can be squishy if you do not use your cooldowns, your heals, your defenses, and the more defenses that will keep you up, and you're able to kite, you know, people. I'll show you about kiting, but you know, this is going to be beneficial for you. It's beneficial for me, so I like to be alive while I'm playing PvP, right? You like to get those high damage numbers. This is going to keep you up and survive when you're getting smashed by juggernauts, other sorts, or, you know, assassins, or whatever's trying to destroy you. So always try to get those those defenses going. This is how I play. I'm more of like an offensive defensive player, if that makes any sense, you know. Like I always go for the healing and the shield, you know, the defense, the damage reduction is what I'm trying to say. I'm not all trying to go damage, you know. The turtle wins the race, boys and girls. And then for 51, I am using Torturous Tactics. Lowers the cooldown of Electrocute by 10 seconds. Another thing, right? Stuns the target. That way you're able to get away with a dash and start blasting them with lightning, and doing your, you know, your rotations, you know, and then target stunned by your electrocute deal 25% less damage for 10 seconds, which is another defensive, right? So like I said, I'm a defensive offensive type of player when I'm playing Sorc, and I think a lot of Sorcs are. There's some that just pump all crit and wanted to just destroy, but the turtle wins the race in my case. That's what I seem to find that works. So yeah. And then we go down to 64, which is Surging Speed. Reduces the cooldown of Force Speed by 5 seconds. Force Barrier by 30 seconds. In addition, Force Speed lasts 0.5 seconds longer. Polarity Shift increases the movement speed by 100% while active. And the active cooldown of Force Speed is finished when Force Barrier ends. So your Force Speed, you know, is going to allow you to get away. You want to be swifty. You want to be swift with it. You don't
Just hit a button, Morty. Give me a beat. Oh man. Okay. All right. Oh yeah. You gotta get swifty.
want to be stuck in one area. If you see an enemy, you want to be able to kite them. You don't want them to get the jump on you. You got to be slippery, you know. That's all it is about being a Sorc. You got to be slippery, in and out, attack. You know, far from distance. Don't be. If you're getting close, you're doing something wrong. You're not a juggernaut. You're a sword. You're on the outside. All right. There's a reason why you're ranged, right? For 60, I'm using phase walk. This will save your butt in countless situations. You know, you put your phase walk before you enter battle, always, right? You getting your butt whipped. You already used all your cooldowns. You use your force barrier, which is your protection barrier, right? This is the strongest defensive you got. When all else fails, you're gonna want to hit force phase, and then or force walk, and then you're able to heal yourself. Even if you're still in combat, if you're smart, you put, you know, you're gonna put that behind something where no one can find you, and then it's just a way to be slippery, get out of things, you know. And that's all. And you're back up in the fight and you're whooping ass. All right. And then for my last, I'm using immersion. So for immersion, force speed grants immersion, removing all movement and parrying effects and granting immunity to them for the duration. So if you're tied down, if you know, people have something that, you know, their abilities, I don't know how to like
and Joan Shingang, I'm going to pronounce it, Shanga Kawawa.
When kind of like somebody has you, you know, locked down or you can't move or something, you fucking force speed out of that, and you're able to get back in the fight and start hitting from the outsides and basically start whooping ass. You know what I mean? It takes the effects right off whatever you have on you. So yeah, immersion is gonna be the best option, I find. Like I say, I like to be slippery. I don't want to be stuck in one spot getting smacked on, you know. I want to be doing the smacking. All right, so I said I was gonna make this a quick guide, unlike my last video, right? It took forever. So here we go. For this rotation, this is an easy one you guys can get into. It will get the job done for sure. Like I said, whether they're a Sith or a Jedi, they will fall just like everyone else, right? So here we go. So every time you are going to attack a target, you better have this affliction on them. Why? Because affliction is an extra damage dealer, which circulates over 18 seconds, right? It also amplifies your other attacks, especially your tactical, right? Which is Stormwatch. Your affliction is gonna take the damage or the bleed or whatever you want to call it on the target. This works hand in hand with affliction. You want me to read it again? Lightning Flash applies Stormwatch to its targets for the next 15 seconds whenever the target takes damage from affliction, which is for 18 seconds. Crushing Darkness or Thundering Blast. Bolt is called down upon the target, dealing with what, 2,000 something damage, right? 2,400 damage. So works hand in hand. So you're gonna always start your attacks with that, into a Recklessness, into a Polarity Shift, into a Thundering Blast, into a Chain Lightning, Lightning Flash, to a Crushing Darkness, your Shock, and then you know what? Do a little fucking force speed, and your casts are instant. Boom. There's multiple targets. You're gonna hit that Chain Lightning. Because what does Chain Lightning do? It delivers an Arc Lightning that deals 20,000 energy damage upon 8 targets within 8 meters of primary target. Chain Lightning immobilize affected targets for 0.5 seconds, which allows you to get them stationary, where you're able to put all the damage on them, your AoE damage, you know, and you're gonna just boost up in the numbers, boost up in the you know, at the end of the match you're gonna be, you know, top 3. And if you're not, then you know what? You need to practice this one, because this is an easy rotation. So let us do that one more time. So we are going to start with Affliction into Recklessness, which is not activated. So we're going to sit here for a couple of seconds. Hey. Yeah, I know this is scuffed. I know, guys. No, it's scuff, but I'm gonna get you through it. All right. So make sure you always have this shit. One more thing before I even do this, make sure you always have that static barrier on you. If you do not have this barrier, which gives you insulation from damage, this is your survivability, this shield. If you find yourself without this, then you're just PvPing without it. You need to literally slap yourself, all right? I have many times for being stupid and not having this on me. And you know what? You see your boy over here getting whooped. Oh shit. You see your boy over here getting whooped or something. You know what? Throw a shield on the robot, you know? Now he's protected. You know what I'm saying? You see your boy getting hurt. There's no problem. You're not a healer, but you can off heal, right? Give him a little heal. Help homie out. You know, let him survive. Because he's gonna help you, right?
Time to abandon ship.
Well, not this robot, but your PvP partner or your team, right? So don't be afraid to off heal. Also use your sponge, which cleanses friendly targets up to 2 negative mental or force effects. I'm always using these cooldowns, you know. I like helping my team because if I help my team, I'm helping myself win. So don't just be selfish, all about DPS. Always try to be a team player and help your team. So if you found this guide helpful to you guys, as I hope it did, try it out. Tell me what you think. For all you newcomers to SWTOR, or people who want to get into PvP as a sorcerer, I find it fun and I enjoy it. So peace. You guys have a good one, all right?
You are on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of